Imagine a simple tool, accessible to everyone, at all times, capable of bringing about transformational changes in your life. It's not something you have to buy or learn. You already possess it. Today's talk will reveal this tool and show you how to harness its profound benefits. It can enhance your self-awareness, boost your creativity, magnify focus, and bring about inner healing. Not only that, it can deepen your connections with others and even with your own spiritual self. So, come along on this revealing journey. Stay tuned till the end to discover and harness this often underestimated yet powerful tool that you have always had at your fingertips. Let's embrace the change together and delve into the richness of a resource we often overlook. As we journey into this realm of transformation and self-discovery, the first principle we are going to explore is one that promotes self-awareness. If you've ever looked into a mirror, you've seen a reflection of your physical self. But what about a mirror for your mind? This principle acts as that mirror reflecting not your physical appearance, but your inner self, your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Our lives are often filled to the brim with incessant noise, the cacophony of work, social engagements, media, and even our own unending internal chatter. But when we consciously choose to disconnect from this outer world and retreat into silence, it gives us the opportunity to connect with our inner selves. Imagine being in a room, devoid of noise, filled only with silence. In the initial moments, it might seem uncomfortable, even unnerving. But gradually, as you sit in the silence, you start hearing your thoughts. You become aware of the thoughts that dominate your mind, the ideas that inspire you, and the worries that stress you. This heightened awareness of your thought process is a critical step towards understanding your mind. But the power of self-awareness doesn't end with understanding your thoughts. It extends to recognizing your emotions too. Are you truly content? Or are you wearing the mask of happiness, concealing sadness or loneliness? The silence helps you delve deeper into your emotional state, to know what you genuinely feel. Remember, it's only when you acknowledge your emotions can you manage them effectively. The principle of self-awareness also manifests in the realm of actions. Our actions are often automatic responses conditioned by habits, societal norms, or expectations, but when you spend time in silence, you begin to question these automatic patterns. You start understanding why you act the way you do. This understanding is the key to changing counterproductive habits and adopting new beneficial ones. Self-awareness, as you see, is like a compass. It helps you understand where you are currently in the vast ocean of life. It brings to light your strengths, your weaknesses, your aspirations, and your fears. It tells you where you stand in your relationships, in your career, and in your personal growth. Knowing where you are is the first step to charting the course to where you want to be. In essence, this silence-induced self-awareness is your guide to self-improvement. It helps you curb negative thoughts, manage emotions, and alter actions. It's the foundation for personal growth and transformation. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Similarly, the journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts with self-awareness. So, start today. Dedicate a few moments of your day to silence. Listen to your thoughts. Acknowledge your feelings. Understand your actions. Let the power of self-awareness unfold. Step into the silent, serene arena of introspection and watch your life transform. After all, as the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates wisely said, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. Just as we've recognized the immense value of fostering self-awareness through the gentle embrace of stillness, we now turn our attention to another transformative aspect of this quiet power, the nourishment of creativity. In an age marked by constant noise, distractions, and interruptions, the idea of silence as a catalyst for creativity may seem counterintuitive. Yet, when we genuinely pause to consider, it makes perfect sense. Silence, in its profound simplicity and depth, acts as fertile soil, nurturing the seeds of creativity that reside within each one of us. Picture this: a picturesque landscape untouched by human activity, blanketed in the calm of dawn. Before the hustle of the day sets in, before the birds start to sing, before the world awakes, there is silence. Pure, undisturbed silence. This silence isn't devoid of activity. Rather, it's brimming with potential. It's this potential that gives birth to the day, the song of the birds, the rhythm of life. Similarly, in the realm of our minds, silence holds the potential to unleash our creative energies. Creativity is not just about artistic expression or inventiveness in a particular field. It's a universal human trait, a way we all have of understanding and responding to the world. The freedom for our thoughts to roam, to connect and to form new original ideas requires space, and silence provides this space. It removes the constant bombardments of information and distractions we face, allowing our minds the room to think, reflect, and imagine. When we allow ourselves to dwell in silence, we provide our minds a blank canvas. Free from external influences and interruptions, our minds can then effortlessly flow from one idea to another, weaving a tapestry of thoughts and insights which are uniquely ours. This is where creativity flourishes. The renowned artist Pablo Picasso once said, "Without great solitude, no serious work is possible." This solitude, this silence, acts as a sanctuary for our creative thoughts. It gives them the freedom to evolve and grow without being stifled by the clamor of the outside world. Silence also aids in problem solving, a critical aspect of creativity. Often, when we're grappling with a complex problem, we tend to surround ourselves with more information, more noise. But what if we did the opposite? What if we embraced silence and allowed our minds to quietly ponder over the problem? It's in this quietude that we often find the most effective solutions that are both creative and practical. As the famous author Aldous Huxley wisely put it, the more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. So let's challenge ourselves to seek silence amidst the chaos. Let's allow our ideas the respect of quiet consideration. Let's give our thoughts the tranquil space to collide, combine, and create. Let's unlock the door to our creativity by using the key of silence. In essence, the silent undercurrent of our minds, when left undisturbed, can become a powerful force for creative expression. So, let's explore this quiet realm within us and awaken the dormant creativity that awaits. Let's embrace the tranquil echo of silence as we journey into the depths of our innate creativity. Remember, our best ideas often come to us in silence. Building on our understanding of the transformative power of silence, let's delve into the third principle, enhancing focus. In our hyper-connected world, distractions are abundant. Beeps, buzzes, and notifications are our constant companions. Amidst this cacophony, our focus often gets scattered. We're either fretting over a past blunder or anxious about a future event. Rarely are we fully present in the now. This is where silence, our unassuming ally, steps in. Silence is like a spotlight in a dark theater. It brings your attention to the present moment, the stage where life is actually happening. When you're in an environment without noise or distraction, your mind is free to concentrate fully on the task at hand. It's like a white wall, a blank canvas, where your thoughts can freely express, explore, and expand without being interrupted or influenced. Think about a time when you were engrossed in a gripping novel, or when you were sewing a button, or even when you were chopping vegetables. You probably lost track of time, and everything else faded into the background. That's silence working its magic, enhancing your focus manifold. Moreover, silence isn't just about the absence of external noise. It's also about quietening the internal chatter. Our minds are often like a browser with multiple tabs open. We're thinking about a dozen different things at the same time, our focus jumping from one to another. By embracing silence, we can learn to close these unnecessary tabs, one by one, and bring our attention to what truly matters. There's a reason why many of the world's greatest thinkers, writers, and innovators valued solitude and silence. Albert Einstein, for instance, is known to have said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind." Similarly, Steve Jobs, known for his seismic contributions to technology, was a strong proponent of Zen meditation, a practice centered around silence and mindfulness. Silence is a powerful tool for students too. It enhances the retention capacity, aiding in better comprehension and application of knowledge. A study by Duke University found that silence aids in the development of new cells in the hippocampus, the region of the brain associated with memory, emotions, and learning. However, in a world where noise is often equated with productivity and value, embracing silence might seem counterintuitive. It may appear as if we're not doing enough. But remember, silence isn't inaction. It's concentrated action. It's a conscious choice to eliminate distractions and focus on what's truly important. You can invite silence into your life in many ways. Start with setting aside a few minutes of quiet time each day. You can spend this time meditating, practicing deep breathing exercises, or simply sitting quietly, letting your thoughts come and go. Gradually, increase this quiet time. Also, try to bring silence into your everyday activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or washing dishes, aim to be fully present, fully focused. In conclusion, silence, with its ability to enhance focus, can be a game changer. Whether you're a student, a professional, a homemaker, or a retiree, it's like a lantern that illuminates your path, helping you navigate your journey with a clear mind and a steady heart. Embrace silence, enhance your focus, and experience the unfolding of your limitless potential. Continuing from the importance of developing empathy through silence, let's delve deeper into another profound aspect, the healing power of silence. This is something that we often overlook in our chaotic, noise-filled lives. Aids in healing. Imagine you're walking through a forest. You're surrounded by tall trees. The air is fresh, and all you can hear are the rustling leaves and the occasional chirps of a bird. How do you feel in that moment? There's a certain calmness, right? A tranquility that seeps into your very being. That's the healing power of silence at work. In our daily lives, we are bombarded with a variety of noises, from the blaring horns on the streets to the constant pings of our mobile devices. This auditory overload can lead to stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems like high blood pressure and heart disease. Silence, on the other hand, acts as a soothing balm for our overstimulated minds. It lowers our stress levels, slows down our racing heart, eases our breathing, and even boosts our body's immune system. It's like a natural medicine with no side effects, always available to us if we choose to use it. Psychologically too, silence aids in healing. Many a time we are hurt by words said to us, words we say to ourselves. Sometimes the harshest critic, the most ruthless bully, is our own mind. But when we embrace silence, we stop this internal chatter, and we give our minds the much-needed rest and the space to heal from the wounds inflicted upon it. But silence isn't just about the absence of noise. It's about creating a space where we can face our deepest fears, confront our inner demons, and slowly put the broken pieces together. It's about healing from past traumas, letting go of grudges, forgiving others, and more importantly, forgiving ourselves. In the silence, we can reflect on our actions, our choices, our mistakes. We can learn from them and grow. Silence allows us to heal our past and create a better future. So, the next time you're feeling stressed out, anxious, or hurt, try this. Take a few moments to sit in silence. Breathe slowly, deeply. Let the silence embrace you. Soothe you, heal you. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. And remember, silence is not something you just practice. It's something you cultivate, a habit you nurture, a friend you befriend. So start today, start now, embrace the healing power of silence. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay connected with us as we continue this journey of self-discovery and self-improvement together. Be a part of our community where we learn, grow, heal, and transform ourselves, one step at a time, because life isn't a race, it's a journey, and journeys are always better when we're together. Hit subscribe, and let's continue this journey together. As we tune into the calming realm of silence, we find ourselves transitioning into the fifth principle, the principle of empathy. Silence, in its subtle and profound way, has a way of connecting us with others at a deeper level. It does so by making us better listeners. Let's imagine a typical conversation. We often focus on what we are going to say next instead of truly listening to the other person. The noise in our minds drowns out their words, their emotions, and their needs. We hear, but we don't listen. And in this process, we lose out on truly connecting with the person. But when we consciously choose to be silent, we mute this internal chatter and open the doors to effective listening. When we listen, we understand, and when we understand, we empathize. Empathy is about walking in someone else's shoes, seeing the world through their eyes, and feeling their joys and sorrows. It's about recognizing their humanity and embracing it. Empathy is not about agreeing with them or taking on their burden, but about acknowledging their feelings and experiences. It's about letting them know, I hear you, I see you, I respect your feelings. Silence deepens our capacity for empathy. It helps us listen, not just to words, but also to the unvoiced expressions, the hidden emotions, and the unspoken needs. It helps us pick up the subtle cues that are often missed in the noise of our judgments, prejudices, and preconceptions. It helps us build deeper connections based on understanding and respect. In fact, silence itself can be a form of empathetic response. There are times when words fall short, when they fail to capture the depth of our feelings or the complexity of the situations. In such moments, silence can be a powerful communicator. It can say, I may not have the right words, but I'm here for you. Moreover, silence and empathy together create a safe space for open communication and emotional expression. They free us from the fear of judgment and criticism. They empower us to share our true selves, our vulnerabilities, and our authentic feelings. They make us feel seen, heard, and valued. However, empathy is not just about understanding others. It's also about understanding ourselves. When we quieten the noise, when we listen to the whispers of our heart, we can empathize with our own emotions too. We can acknowledge our own strengths and weaknesses, our own successes and failures, our own joys and sorrows. So, embrace the silence. Listen to the unsaid, understand the unexpressed, reach out to the unvoiced. Empathy is a bridge that connects hearts and breaks down the walls of misunderstanding and indifference. And silence is the architect of this bridge. It's not just about being in someone else's shoes, but it's about understanding why they wear them. And silence, in all its tranquility, nurtures this understanding. Elevate the art of listening. Let silence guide you. Let empathy be your compass. Because in silence we understand. In understanding we empathize. And in empathy we connect at a deeper, more meaningful level. Continuing on our journey of exploration, let's pause to consider a rather intriguing principle. This principle, interestingly, doesn't require you to do anything. Instead, it urges you to sit back, be still, and observe. Observe the soft whispers of the universe that are often drowned in the cacophony of our lives. Yes, I'm talking about principle number 6, heightening sensitivity. In our fast-paced, multitasking world, we often miss out on the subtle signs and signals that life sends our way. We're so involved in the hustle and bustle that we overlook the gentle nudges, the silent guidance, the invisible red flags, and in doing so, we miss out on life's most profound lessons and richest experiences. We're so busy listening to the world that we forget to listen to our own selves and the universe around us. So, what does it mean to heighten sensitivity? And why is it so important? Heightening sensitivity is not about being overly emotional or easily affected by the world around us. It's rather about honing our ability to perceive the subtle, often unspoken, sometimes invisible aspects of our experiences. It's about tuning into the soft murmurs of life that carry profound wisdom and insights. When we heighten our sensitivity, we become more aware of our surroundings, our experiences, and our interactions. We start noticing patterns and connections that we previously overlooked. We start understanding people better, not just from their words, but also from their silence, their expressions, their body language. We become more in sync with our own feelings and thoughts, understanding them at a deeper, more nuanced level. Heightening sensitivity also makes us more attuned to our intuition. Intuition, or our gut feeling, is a powerful guidance system that we all possess. It's like a compass, guiding us in the right direction, warning us of pitfalls, nudging us towards opportunities. But in the noise of our lives, we often fail to listen to this inner guide. By heightening our sensitivity, we can better tune into our intuition and harness its wisdom. Moreover, A heightened sensitivity allows us to appreciate the beauty and marvels of life that we often take for granted. The chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, the soft touch of a loved one. These experiences enrich our lives, adding depth and texture to our existence. But how do we heighten our sensitivity? The key lies in silence and mindfulness. Practice silence regularly. It could be through meditation, spending time in nature, or simply sitting alone quietly. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Also, practice mindfulness. Be fully present in every moment, every experience, every interaction. The more you immerse yourself in the present, the more alive you'll become to the subtleties of life. In conclusion, heightening sensitivity is a powerful tool that we all have at our disposal, waiting to be harnessed. It not only enriches our experiences, but also helps us navigate life with greater wisdom and insight. So let's slow down, quieten our minds, and open our senses to the profound wisdom and beauty that life offers. Let's heighten our sensitivity and live life to the fullest. Expanding upon the principles we've touched upon, let's now delve into the seventh and final principle. This one is perhaps the most profound, the most ethereal, and the deepest, yet it's incredibly simple and accessible. This principle speaks to a part of us that we might not connect with regularly, but it's a part that offers an infinite source of wisdom, peace, and strength. This principle is about using silence to encourage spirituality. Before any preconceived notions blur your understanding, let's clarify, spirituality doesn't necessarily mean religion. It's about connecting with that part of our essence which transcends the physical world, our bodies, our occupations, our relationships. It's about touching that part of us which is ever-present, everlasting, and infinite. In the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, we often distance ourselves from our spiritual selves. We get so engrossed in our routines, our goals, our desires, that we forget to connect with the essence of who we are, the eternal spirit. We forget to connect with the part of us that is not confined by time, space, or circumstances. Yet, this part, this spiritual self, holds the answers to our deepest questions, offers guidance in our most challenging times, and provides an oasis of peace amidst the chaos of life. Silence is the bridge that connects us to our spiritual self. When we quieten the external noises and the internal chatters, when we sit in silence and solitude, we can hear the whispers of our spirit. Through silence, we listen to the rhythm of our soul, we tune into the melodies of our inner voice, and we dance to the beats of our spiritual heart. When we cultivate silence, we allow our spiritual self to emerge. It's like the sun breaking through the clouds on a stormy day, illuminating everything in its path. Suddenly, things start making sense. We gain clarity about our purpose in life, our relationships become more meaningful, and we find peace within ourselves. Embracing silence and its spiritual benefits does not require you to make drastic changes in your life. You don't have to retreat to the mountains or renounce the world. You can cultivate silence in everyday life. It could be a few minutes of quiet reflection in the morning, a silent walk in the park, or simply sitting quietly in a room, soaking in the serenity. In conclusion, silence is not just about the absence of noise. It's about the presence of a profound wisdom, an eternal peace, and a deep connection with the spiritual self. It's about listening to the voice within, the voice that guides us, ails us, and empowers us. It's about discovering and embracing the divine within us. So, take a pause, embrace silence, and let your spirit guide you towards a life of purpose, peace, and limitless possibilities.